See who's on today. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Came on to hello. That little dog image trips me out every time, John. So this week, I'm not wearing green. Happy St. Patrick's Day, I guess, everybody. But yeah, I wanted to jump on today and not really talk about, I wanted to jump around, I guess is the better way of saying this, and talk about my first, nice watch, I guess. I guess people say that, but really it just means their first expensive watch. And I guess that, too, is a very relative term. So I'm talking about my Tudor Black Bay Black with the ETA Movement. So as many of you know, Tudor came back with the Black Bay, I think, to the United States, I want to say in 2012. And this guy came out in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And to me, I had already started to get into these more expensive watches in 2007 when I first moved to LA, walking around Rodeo Drive and such into these really expensive boutiques. And then, stumbling into IWC, for example. So I'll get to IWC in a later post, but for this post, my IWC purchase was interrupted by this. So what had happened was I was working retail and I was talking about watches with a customer in the shop, and another gentleman walks over and basically says, "Hey, I overheard your conversation. So you're really into watches?" And I said, "Well, yes and no. Sadly, I can't really afford what I really want." And he's like, well, what's on your list? What's your short list? And so on the short list was a particular IWC. And then there was also the Tudor Black Bay Black, and with the black bezel, obviously. And he said, "Oh, well, I actually own a jewelry store. And within that jewelry store, I'm a Rolex Tudor dealer." I don't know what just happened. That was weird. Sorry. And so he said, "Well, I could probably get you that Tudor Black Bay." And so I said, "Well, fantastic." I had been saving up for this IWC, and frankly, this was less expensive. So that certainly benefited me in that way. So this was the interrupter of my first expensive watch. As it turns out, rumor has it, the production of these ETA Black Bay Blacks was, I've heard 6 months. I don't know if that's accurate or not, so I hope not to be spreading rumors or anything, but apparently numbers on these are lower than, say, the follow-up, which is the in-house movement. Now, many of you guys may know that the distinction at first glance really is this smiley face here at 6 o'clock is kind of what denotes the ETA movement at first glance. Now, those lines of text are straight on the in-house movement. Now, these are the nerdy details that we pay attention to as watch nuts, but I happen to love the smiley face personally. And this is also a throwback to where this actually derives from, which is, I believe, the 1954 Tudor that they released, the Tudor Submariner. I think it was in 54. It may have been 53. It was right around the time where Rolex was developing the Submariner as well. And so this, as kind of a heritage sort of throwback tribute watch, in true fashion, it's got the red sort of triangle at 12, which I love. I don't know what is up with this focus, but needless to say, this looks very similar to those early sort of big crown Submariners. And I absolutely love the look of this watch. Now, it's thick. I will say that. The only downside to this watch is its size, frankly. It's 41 millimeters, but I want to say it's like 14 and a half millimeters thick. Like it's a chunky watch. And then this crown, if you have a very small wrist, I would say if you have like a 6.5 inch wrist or less, that crown is probably going to dig into the back of your hand. So that's where, say, the Tudor Black Bay 58 would be a wonderful choice for you. But if you like a larger watch, I think the regular Heritage Black Bay is I mean, it's so much bang for your buck. You get the smaller size with the 58, but I don't see the need in having both. I guess I could go navy, but if I went blue, I would definitely do the Pelagos, just because of the color blue being a little different, I believe. So yeah, this is the Tudor Black Bay, the original 41 millimeter ETA Movement. It's just so much bang for your buck. It's a great entry point, I think, into luxury watches. Obviously, you've got Tudor, the name, the quality behind everything that they do under the Rolex umbrella. In addition to that, quite honestly, I get more compliments on this watch from Rolex owners than any Submariner, I would say. Like, I've had several people tell me at work in years past that I would much rather have that piece than a regular sub, just because it's not a sub, basically. It's not a Rolex. Now, I do realize that the Snowflake hour hand is, and sort of Snowflake seconds hand, I guess, as well. It's seemingly divisive. I don't know. Do you guys like the Snowflake? Do you not like the Snowflake? I think it's cool. And then again, from a distance, most people think this is a sub anyway. So if you are hung up on that, I would say, from more than 6 feet away, most people are going to think that you're wearing a sub anyway. But anyway, yeah, this is my first nice watch. And so with the first nice watch, I also wanted to feature a military-inspired watch because obviously I just released the Defender watch box through Standard H on Monday, so 2 days ago. Let me read the comments. That's just the Submariner dude prejudice. So many folks wearing Submariners and don't even know that it's anything other than a Rolex. Yeah, the Snowflake hands for the win. I tend to agree with you. I think it's a visual marker that, distinguishes Tudor. Nobody else has it. I guess nobody really has the Mercedes hand either, but still, I don't know. I think this is just so much bang for your buck. I think the bracelet is great. This bad boy was heavy. A lot of people, when they get their first nice watch, the first thing they think about and talk about is the weight. And this is not light. And that's cool. But yeah, moving on to, I guess, the watch box. I mean, we'll keep this fairly short. Are there any questions regarding the watch box? Hit me with the questions. I will grab it right now. So this is it. This is a sample, so it's kind of banged up, but this has got the antiqued white bronze logo in the corner. 50 caliber ammo can. That's what this thing. Old tag used a Mercedes hour hand. I think Rolex actually sued them. Yeah, I can imagine. There's lawsuits to be had there. Hey Kelly, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Not Kelly Yoke from a previous episode, but my good friend Kelly in North Carolina. So this is the watch box, and this too is not light. And so you pop this bad boy open. You got the diamond pattern that is, again, borrowed from the seat inserts of, say, a G-Wagon or the Koenigsegg Agera R. This is definitely something that I love this detail. It's slightly padded, too, to protect the top of the watches. So in addition to this, then you've got the first tray of pieces. So that is the top tray. There's 2 trays inside. These are all poplar wood, lined in Alcantara suede. So the suede is the same suede you'd find in GT level Porsches, most supercars, that sort of thing. Sorry, that was really loud. Yeah, so this is the bottom tray. You've got 2 little tabs here to lift those up out of the bottom of the box. And then you've got the 2 cutouts here so that you can pull that out of the box that way. Yeah, so it holds 8 watches. It's just been a very long process developing a product like this, working with artisans in Italy as well on the manufacturing of, say, these pieces, and then as well as the lid that's diamond pattern on, or the padding under the lid. Yeah, it's just been a labor of love, really. Met with some frustrations based on timing due to COVID, obviously. Trying to ship things back and forth from Italy during a pandemic was not fun. But needless to say, it's been a lot of fun creating these. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. They are made to order. So I also build these crates to ship them in that I hand build and cut all the wood and paint the sides and do all the rest of that stuff. And so that these watch boxes will go inside a crate for shipment. And then I have some custom cut foam inside the crate that will protect the watch box as well. And then you'll get, actually, you know what? I forgot it. It's down in the garage. But you'll get a little miniature pry bar to open the crate with. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun for folks who place orders. This is the stealth colorway. So that's black exterior with this gray suede interior. It also comes in an OD green. So it's this olive drab green that's very military looking. And on the inside of that is a cognac, which you may have seen in my posts, obviously. That would be a wonderful... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's an incredible Christmas gift. It's a great Father's Day gift. It's a good Mother's Day gift, frankly, if you're into watches. Kelly, I don't know you as a watch person, but, I'm sure you know people who love watches. But, yeah, it's absolutely a great gift for the person who has everything, really. Those people are the hardest people to buy for, and I felt like creating something unique. This isn't a political stance at all. It's not pro-ammo, anti-ammo. I don't even want to entertain this idea. Frankly, I'm not even sure why I brought it up, but there's nothing to represent any politics. It's just a great way to... Raj, welcome. It's just a cool way to store your watches. And if you like Land Rover Defenders, in addition to you like guns, I don't know. It's just a great way to carry your arsenal, so to speak, which is obviously comprised of timepieces in this case. So yeah, these are the trays for inside the watch box. And yeah, great gift for the person that's got everything. Yeah. It's a lot of fun, something different, It's hard to find things that are different these days, especially with social media and everybody creating very similar products. I was really trying to step outside of the box, pardon the pun, and create something that isn't seen every day. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I think you guys would love one of these if you're into this sort of thing. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for taking the time. I'll catch you guys in another 2 weeks' time. It's every other Wednesday, the same week that I released my podcast, which I could bring up. Yesterday was Eric Koo, Rolex expert, vintage Rolex specifically. My conversation with Eric was a lot of fun. We may or may not do a part 2 that's literally just about cars. He and I have talked about that at very, very brief conversations. So we might do that. Also, again, reminder, Tudor Black Bay was the watch today. Defender Watch Box released Monday, podcast yesterday. Yeah, I've got Cycle Squad. The new kit for the Cycle Squad is going to be coming out soon. Complete departure from the previous kit, so don't worry, it's not black and gray. Some of you may get sick of that colorway. It's just standard for me. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Thanks so much. See you guys.